This is unbelievable by the National Hockey League as Connor McDavid and Tyler Myers have their hearing, and the ban hammer was brought down by the league, and which was a ridiculous decision by the league to give Connor McDavid 3 games. All that and more today on Oilers Digest as we get into the breaking news that just broke not too long ago. But if you enjoy the video, make sure to subscribe here. We are 15 subscribers away from 2,600 subscribers on the road to 3,000. But folks, again, what came in, Connor McDavid suspended for 3 games for cross-checking Vancouver's Connor Garland. Now, their criteria was, the force of the cross-check in his history. Of course, Connor McDavid has been suspended before for cross-checking Nicoletti and also getting a fine. But 3 games, I thought it was going to be 2 at the very most, but 3 games, I don't know how the league, decided on that, throwing a dart at a dartboard and deciding that he gets 3 games when Tyler Myers, who, used more force behind his cross-check on Evan Bouchard, got the exact same number of games. Just taking a look at the whole incident yet again, of course. Connor McDavid, voicing his frustration out on the ice there again, being mauled by Connor Garland, and of course, taking his frustrations out on him. Of course, I'm not exactly justifying the cross-check. 1 game would have been fine, 2 at the very most, but 3 is simply unacceptable when you've seen, other star players around the National Hockey League. Austin Matthews, cross-check, Rasmus Dahlin in the Heritage Classic a few years ago, and he got 2 games, when that was something a little more forceful. But McDavid, to get that, again, simply ridiculous by the NHL to, again, just simply on a whim, guess how many games he gets, and Connor McDavid will miss the next 3 against the Washington Capitals, the Vancouver Canucks this Thursday, and Saturday afternoon against the Buffalo Sabres. Of course, the words just aren't coming to me right now, but McDavid, this wouldn't have happened if the officiating crew did their jobs, and that's exactly what they failed to do on Saturday night, leading the players to police themselves on the ice when Wes McCauley and Chris Lee just simply put the whistles away and stopped doing their job. Of course, if many of us stopped doing our jobs, we'd get fired, but Wes McCauley and Chris Lee, they get Stanley Cup Finals. But before I go on any further, this is just ridiculous. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the whole situation here. Did you think that was too much for McDavid? Did you think that wasn't enough? I know some of you are thinking, oh, that was a little too goonish by Connor McDavid, but 3 games, McDavid, no words can come to my mind regarding that whole incident, and hopefully we can put that past us and, learn to accept the punishment. But a new look, yes, for the Edmonton Oilers. A few new looks here regarding, new Oilers, in a new roster lineup shakeup. The Oilers have placed forward Derek Ryan on waivers and loaned defenseman Josh Brown to the Condors, and hopefully we never see Josh Brown in an Oilers jersey yet again. But Derek Ryan, it has been a slice, of course. He did clear waivers, and he will report to the Bakersfield Condors. And from the media reports with Kris Knoblauch, the only time you'll probably ever see Derek Ryan again up in Edmonton is if there's an abundance of injuries. Other than that, it was more so just cap space and, giving Noah Phillip a more bona fide fourth-line center role. But Derek Ryan, I mean, he's been all over the place. Local boy with the Spokane Chiefs, all the way to Kalamazoo in the UHL, over to the University of Alberta as a Golden Bear. Yes, Derek Ryan replaced by a fellow University of Alberta Golden Bear with Noah Phillip, over to Austria, over to, Sweden, back to the AHL, and finally playing 600 games after turning 29 years old. That is just remarkable, and he's been one of the more, key face-off guys on the Oilers roster. over the past couple years. Ryan, now in his fourth season with the team, is in the second year of a 2-year deal, paying him $900,000 per year, according to the Athletic's Daniel Nugent-Bowman. Ryan was aware that when he signed that extension, it was a possibility he could be scratched and potentially waived. While he spent time as a healthy scratch, he's also seen a dip in his utilization as of late as well. In the first 20 games of the season, Ryan averaged 9.3 minutes of 5-on-5 ice time and half a minute per game on the penalty kill. In his most recent 13, however, he's averaged 8.3 5-on-5 minutes and 15 seconds per game on the penalty kill. So Derek Ryan, father time catching up to DR10 there. And again, no disrespect to him at all. He served his time well on the Oilers. Of course, we might see him later on down the road as a final farewell. But as for now, Derek, enjoy Bakersfield and, mentoring the youth. Of course, many on Twitter took to sharing their favorite Derek Ryan moments. Of course, Sean Pang's here, the shootout winner from Derek Ryan to extend the Oilers winning streak, and then Waz here from Oilers Nation on Twitter, becoming the oldest Oiler to record a hat trick, and he did it against Sergei Bobrovsky many moons ago. But the Oilers, the new look Oilers, this morning, of course, this line will be without Connor McDavid. This will be, a chance for him to, get some rest before the Four Nations face-off, which will be even more brutal as the schedule goes on. But Nugent-Hopkins, McDavid, Hyman, Podkolzin, and Draisaitl, and Arvidsson, we will probably see that Podkolzin, Draisaitl, and Arvidsson line be the temporary first line while McDavid is out. And then Jeff Skinner back on the third line, folks. Yes, he is out of prison, and he is next to Adam Henrique and Connor Brown, a line that he's seen for, a short amount of time before he was put in the doghouse. And then the fourth line, Matisse Janmark, Noah Philp, in a rotation of Corey Perry and Kasperi Kapanen. On the back end there, Matisse Ekholm, Evan Bouchard, Darnell Nurse, Troy Stetcher, and Brett Kulak and Ty Emerson, with John Klingberg making his debut in the Oiler practices with Stuart Skinner in the starters crease this morning. Of course, we have seen Brown, Skinner, and Henrique together for a total of 54 minutes. Of course, breaking even when it comes to the shot share, and they've been on for a goal for and goal against. So hopefully it gives them some more time to gel together instead of, throwing Janmark, Henrique, and Brown together again. I did like that line, but it's nice to see some fresh blood on that left side with Jeff Skinner. Of course, Dorney Brar here. John Klingberg is on the ice for the first time as an Edmonton Oiler, skating as the seventh defenseman through line rushes this morning. He will be wearing 36 for Edmonton. Of course, the last Oiler to wear 36 was Jack Campbell. So hopefully, the former Leaf curse doesn't, be, put onto that number 36. Hopefully Klingberg wears it very well. And from Jason Gregor here with John Klingberg and, his road and recovery, Klingberg was very upfront about his last few seasons. Said he struggled defending and wants to show he can play like he did prior. Said his hip issues limited his mobility, and he said it was mainly without the puck because he couldn't react as quickly as he was used to so much. He's used to, giving up too much space, which led to easy zone entries and forwards having more time with the puck. He said his motion is better now than ever. He is confident he can get back to the high level he played at. He has skated for the past 6 months and feels Edmonton's style of play will fit well with his game. Now, it'll be a while before we see John Klingberg in the Edmonton lineup. It'll be next week. Sounds like the earliest maybe is next Monday against the Seattle Kraken. Then if not, it would be the following Thursday against the Detroit Red Wings. And of course, losing Connor McDavid at a time like this is very crucial, as the Oilers and Vegas Golden Knights are currently neck and neck for first place in the Pacific Division. Of course, emotions boil over with Connor McDavid. I'm sure he will come back rested, and the second half McDavid is not a myth, it is truth, and hopefully he will come back better and even more vengeful than he was in the past. Of course, since the 2021 playoff series against the Winnipeg Jets, Connor has played with more of an edge to his game, and you obviously saw it on Saturday night, but still, I am flabbergasted over that 3-game suspension. Many are justifying it I'm just sure it's not the worst thing in the world, but 2 games was the max. But that is it for today's video. Let me know down in the comments how many games should he have gotten, or do you think he should have just gotten a fine? I mean, when it's a hearing, it's going to be a suspension either way. But make sure you subscribe here to the channel. Again, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. I am very, very excited to read what you have to say. Have yourselves a fantastic evening. We will be back with an Oilers Capitals preview tomorrow afternoon, where it's pretty much Ovechkin against Leon Draisaitl. And Draisaitl has been fantastic whenever Connor McDavid has been out of the lineup. Take care. Have a great evening. I'm Matt.